So hello again, and in this video we are going to talk about Jack and his skills. And as you can see, his action skill is expendable assets. He will summon two Digijacks that will fight until they die for Jack, and when one of them dies he will summon another one, and you can gain a reduction to the cooldown if you hold F. So this resummon of Digijack is OP if that new Digijack doesn't take minus duration from the Digijack that was killed earlier. So let's go to another skill that is skill best foot forward, where if you kill an enemy you will gain a Digijack duration. Then we have bolster that increases the maximum health of you and your Digijacks, and also the longer a Digijack is alive the more damage it does. So basically this will be multiplied by 5, and as you can see, max health is plus 3%, Digijack max health plus 6%, and damage bonus plus 2% for Digijack damage. Then we have just compensation that will increase your magazine size with all gun types and a grenade damage, and it will increase a grenade for every grenade that you're missing from your supply. If you have all grenades, you will not get that bonus damage. Then you have my shields. Your Digijax gets a copy of your shield, something similar to cage skill. Then we'll go to take their freedom. Whenever you or your Digijack kills an enemy, you and your Digijax gains health, and you will get 2.5% of your max health, and it will be multiplied by 5. Then we have Jack's cache. When you or your Digijack kills an enemy, you get stack of cache. Throwing a grenade when you have 4 stacks consumes all cache stocks instead of grenade ammo. I think this is a little stupid to spend a skill point onto this skill. Also, an inspire we will see what is this skill. I'm not sure still. He will inspire you with words of greatness. I'm not sure if enemies will hold still and listen to him while he talks. I'm not sure what is this skill all about, but we will see when we have a chance to play with him. So now we have Hero Pose that will increase your shield capacity, shield recharge rate, and shield recharge delay. Then on my mark, so this is something similar to Wilhelm's skill with the drones. So when you press F during your action skill, the Digijack will throw a grenade on an enemy that you have your crosshairs. So you can do this only one per action skill activation, which is, I think, bad. Then we have Lean on Me that will increase fire rate, and Digijack will have a chance to do a bonus corrosive shot based on how high your health is. So you can see the fire rate is up to 7% and extra shot chance up to 7% for Digijack. Then we have Persistence, which will enable you to get shield capacity and health regeneration when your action skill is on cooldown, and of course the lower your health the stronger the regeneration. Then we have Resolute, which enables you and your Digijack to get damage resistant and weapon damage after you take damage. Of course this will last a few seconds. And the last skill is Promote the Ranks. Your first Digijack spawned will be a badass that deals increased damage, increased health, and can launch a powerful Digijack missile barrage, and each Digijack spawned afterwards has a chance to be a badass. So even though people think that the hero of this story is going to be OP skill tree, this is a more OP skill tree, a free enterprise. Of course this is only my speculation, but I think because of the gun damage, weapon swap speed, and fire rate, this skill is based on. So first we have high frequency trading that increases your weapon swap speed. It's going to be possibly a 4 skill points skill. Then we have incentives, which will give you a fire rate when you swap weapons, and the stacks will last 10 seconds, and all stacks will be lost after 10 seconds of not swapping your weapons. Then we have compound interest, which will give you a compound interest when you shot an enemy, and it will give you accrue interest for 5 seconds. Shooting the same enemy with a different gun consumes compound interest and deals explosive damage based on your skill rank and the amount of interest accrued, and it will only work with bullets and lasers. So then we have a marginal benefit, which will enable you to reload all equipped weapons. If you throw a grenade, this will only give you a chance to reload all weapons. Then we have a really OP skill early in the game, which is money is power. So picking up money grants you a money is power stack, and you will gain increased damage with all gun types for every money is power stack you currently have. All stacks are lost upon dying or spending money. So you'll have max of 999 stacks, and you will get 0.25% per stack. So basically for 400 stacks you will gain 100% of gun damage, which is I think a lot. If you have maximum, you will have 250% more gun damage, which is really good. So then we have company man, that will gain increased accuracy and critical hit damage with all gun types based on the number of pieces of Hyperion gear you have equipped. So you can see that it's low 1.5% and 2%, but when you spend 5 skill points here, you will gain a lot of this accuracy and critical hit damage. As you know, you'll be able to get maximum 8 Hyperion things equipped, and you will multiply that with 7.5% accuracy and 10% critical hit damage if you have 5 skill points spent into this skill. Then we have melee override skill, which will enable you to fire lasers from your wrists, and you have a cooldown of 20 seconds. Then we have a taxation of trade routes, so it will increase your fire rate with all gun types, and the bonus will be based on how much bullets you have in the magazine of all your equipped guns, and the emptier they are, you will gain more fire rate bonus. Then we have absolute advantage. It's a kill skill, which will enable you to have a chance of not consuming ammo, and also for rocket launchers, but a little less than all other guns. Again, a skill that I will not be using skill points. So then we have laser surplus. It's a slam augment, and when you slam, you will shoot lasers in front of you. Then we have supply and demand, which will grant you and your allies health regeneration, and the lower your health, the more powerful the regeneration. And I think this is something I'm not going to spend my skill points to. Then we have sponsored by a skill tree, which is going to be a very good skill. Your gun gains manufacturer bonus based on the last gun you held in your hands. As you can see, Dahl will give you recoil reduction, Hyperion accuracy, Jakob's weapon damage, Malevan 25% elemental damage, Scav magazine size, TDR reload speed, Torque will give you of course 25% damage as explosive, Vladov fire rate. Then this skill will be used a lot, I think, because if you have legendary pistols and guns, you will be able to use this to make your gun really good. If you have a Jakobs, you will be able to give it magazine size, which will enable it to be a lot better. Then we have Vladov, which if you give it recoil reduction, it will give you a lot of more accuracy, and you will be able to give weapon damage to, in example, a scav with a Jacobs. So this is going to be another OP skill in Jack skill tree. So another skill tree that is OP, and I think it's better than the hero of the story. It is a greater god skill tree. So you can see here at the integrity something similar to Siren skill. You deal bonus weapon damage against enemies who are below 40% of health, and if you have not damaged the enemy previously and the enemy is under 40% of health, you deal extra weapon damage. So then we have Collaborate. Whenever Digijack dies, you gain a stack of Collaborate. You and your Digijacks gain damage bonus equal to the number of Collaborate stacks you have, and they are lost when the action skill ends. So this is going to be a 4 skill point, I think, skill integrity, and 1 skill point Collaborate. Then we have Synergy. It's a kill skill which will give you a weapon damage and critical damage for a short time. It is going to be a good skill to use points to. Then we have Diversify. It will enable your Digijack to fire from a wrist laser. Again, a skill that is going to be needed 1 skill point, I think. Then we have Teamwork. If an ally enters fight for your life or a Digijack dies, you regenerate health for a few seconds. This effect can stack up to 10 times. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good skill to be using the skill points. Then we have Commitment. So whenever a Digijack dies or a friend goes into fight for your life, you gain stack of commitment. The longer your friends are in fight for your life, the more stacks you gain. And stacks granted when a Digijack dies last for 6 seconds, and stacks gained from other players are quickly lost when they exit fight for your life. You get a bonus to fire rate and reload speed for each stack of commitment. Again, I think not that good a skill to use your skill points. Then we have Winning. It's a kill skill which will increase your movement speed, and it will restore a portion of your shields. Then we have Accountability. When a friend or a Digijack takes damage, you gain stack of Accountability. When you take damage, you lose half of your Accountability stacks, and when you go into fight for your life, you will lose all of them. You will gain fire rate and based on Accountability stacks you have. So max stacks 50 and fire rate bonus is 1%, which is not that good, and reload speed bonus 2%, because you will basically almost always take damage from the enemies, and again, I think not the skill to use your points. Then we have Optimism. When one of your Digijack dies, he sets off an explosion damaging all nearby enemies. Also, the next Digijack will spawn with less health. Then we have Believe, which is a kill skill, another great kill skill for Jack. Killing an enemy increases your weapon damage, fire rate, reload speed, and accuracy for a short time. It is a great because it will boost 4 things, and not that little. It will gain 5% for weapon damage, fire rate, reload speed, and accuracy plus 4%. And if you spend 5 points, it will gain you a lot of this boost. Then we have Potential, again a skill that you will be using your skill points because you need this skill in your fight for life. When your Digijack spawns, he sets off a shock nova, and you will be able to use action skill in fight for your life. Then we have Delegation. A portion of damage dealt to you is redistributed to your Digijack instead. Again, a nice skill. And Leadership, which is I think a lot OP skill in this skill tree. When a Digijack dies, it counts as if you had killed an enemy. This can grant you a second wind. Second wind can be granted once per action skill use. So basically you go into fight for your life, you activate your action skill, and if the Digijack dies, you will get that second wind. So now we're going to recall the skills that you shouldn't spend your skill points, because they are not going to be that OP skills in Jack skill trees. And also, if you did enjoy this video, share, like, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, because I'm going to do a lot of videos about Borderlands the pre-sequel, and as the more DLC and bonus things come to Borderlands the pre-sequel,